The world still has a lot of unexplored wonders that are well worth visiting. People who live stressful lives in the modern world can really benefit from going to these places. Well, why not take some time from your busy life and travel to these places for peace of mind? In this video, we will tell you about the most beautiful heavenly places on Earth. So, without further ado, let's travel with us until the end. Number 10. Puerto Rico's bioluminescent bay is in Vieques. The bioluminescence on the magical island of Vieques is the brightest in the world. In 2006, the Guinness Book of World Records named it the brightest in the world. You can travel by boat or small plane to the tiny island of Vieques, which is east of Puerto Rico's main island. Pyrodinium bahamis, a dinoflagellate that flashes a greenish blue when disturbed, is found in this little body of water. Booking a kayak trip under the stars is the most fantastic way to take in Mosquito Bay's splendor. These are some things to be aware of before you travel. Think about the moon's phases because the effect is best in the evening when the moon is new or a crescent. As leaves fall into the water and decompose, they give Pyrodinium bahamis a nutrient-rich habitat where it may develop and create a glow. There are around 700,000 of these individual organisms per gallon of water. Groves of red mangrove trees border these waterways. Swimming is prohibited because using perfumes, lotions, and shampoos on the body might harm dinoflagellates in the water. Number 9. Black Forest, Southwest Germany. The Black Forest is a sizable mountain range covered in forest in southwest Germany, close to the borders with France and Switzerland and bordered by the Rhine River. The Black Forest is almost the shape of a rectangle with a width up to 60 kilometers and a length of up to 160 kilometers. Triberg Falls is a well-known site in the Black Forest. It is one of Germany's tallest waterfalls with a drop of 163 meters. It is located between 711 and 872 meters above sea level. Titisee, the biggest natural lake in the Black Forest, is about 2 kilometers long. It is among the most well-known tourist destinations in the Black Forest. Number 8. Grand Prismatic Spring, Wyoming, USA. Early European explorers and surveyors are responsible for the earliest descriptions of the spring. The spring's surface is reached after 121 feet of scorching water travel from an earthen fracture. The Grand Prismatic, the third largest spring in the world, has a 370-foot diameter, making it more significant than a football field. 160 feet broad and 360 feet long make up a gridiron. Bands of vibrant orange, yellow, and green are all around the hot spring's deep blue waters. The many thermophile, heat-loving, bacterial species that live in the increasingly colder water around the spring give the colorful layers their color. Microbes that love heat have assisted law enforcement in solving crimes and NASA in its hunt for alien life. Thomas Brock, a researcher, made a microorganism discovery in 1968. Since then, studying the bacteria in Yellowstone has led to many medical and scientific advances, such as the sequencing of the whole human genome. Number 7. Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. The Niagara Falls are a set of 3 waterfalls at the southern end of Niagara Gorge. They separate the Canadian province of Ontario from the U.S. state of New York. With a drop of more than 50 meters, the combined falls in North America have the most powerful flow rate of any waterfall. According to the flow rate, Horseshoe Falls is the most powerful waterfall in North America. Famous for its beauty, Niagara Falls is a significant hydroelectric power source. The American Falls range in height from 21 to 30 meters, while Horseshoe Falls are roughly 57 meters high. Number 6. Saganu Bamboo Garden, Arashiyama in Kyoto, Japan. Towering green stalks of the renownedly adaptable plant swing in the wind at Japan's Saganu Bamboo Forest on the outskirts of Kyoto, groaning unnervingly as they meet and twist to the sound of rustling leaves. As scores of visitors shuffle along the wide trail that cuts through the middle of the forest, the sun filters through the densely populated grove, casting thin slashes of light upon them as they clumsily position their cameras to remove human shapes from their frames. Moso bamboo, a specific bamboo variety, makes up most of the forest. It can grow to be 28 meters tall, which makes it a really big kind of bamboo and adds to the beautiful views in the woods. With its height and a little wind, this forest generates an immensely pleasing sound. Just west of this beautiful shrine is the old home of Denjiro Kichi, who was one of the best actors in early Japanese movies. Number 5. Crystal Cave, Skaftafell, Iceland. Because of how crystal-like the ice caves in Iceland seem when lit up by the gorgeous blue ice, they are also known as crystal caves. Ice caves are made when volcanoes and glaciers meet, and there is a big difference between how hot and how cold it is. Ice caves in Iceland are extremely risky to enter during the summer because of the temperatures, which cause the glaciers to start melting. Only between November and April, when temperatures are lower and glaciers are not melting as quickly, can you see these incredible caverns. Number 4. Cave Metro Station, Stockholm, Sweden. It has an organic design like a few other Stockholm metro stations. The bedrock is left exposed and unshaped, which makes it look like it is based on cave systems that already exist in nature. Rudset, located just above the ground, inspired the station's name. The Stockholm Metro's designers left the rock exposed at some stations. Instead of closing it off like most other subway systems do, they painted it with different patterns and colors to match each station. The finished product looks like a sci-fi movie set. It has arches made of brightly colored angular stone that are well lit and have accents and tiles that match. Number 3. Hitachi Seaside Park, Hitachinaka, Japan. The general area of Hitachi Seaside Park, a national park in Hitachinaka City, Ibukari Prefecture, is around 2 million meters squared, almost 40 times the size of Tokyo Dome. Large-scale flower fields are present in a few areas of the park. Every new season brings a new color scheme to the park's enormous carpets of narcissus, tulips, cosmos, and other flowers. The Miharasi no Aka, Miharasi Hill, the highest point in Hitachinaka City, stands out among these fields for its views of Nemophila in April and May and vivid red kochia in the fall. Hitachi Seaside Park includes many activities for kids, including a bike path, a barbecue park, a sports park, and the pleasure garden area, which has over 25 attractions. Number 2. Flathead Lake, Montana, USA. Flathead Lake is the largest freshwater lake west of the Mississippi River in the lower 48 states. It has more than 200 square miles of surface area and 185 miles of shoreline. 12 tiny islands dot the lake unevenly curved shoreline, with Wild Horse Island at 876 hectares being the biggest, 2,164 acres. With its size and classification, Flathead Lake is among the cleanest lakes in the world. Thanks to the moderate environment, cherry orchards may be found on the east coast, and wine vines can be located on the west bank. Number 1. Wisteria Flower Tunnel, Kitakyushu, Japan. Walking through a tunnel of whimsically lovely pastel flowers has a certain dreamlike quality. The Kawachi Fuji Garden, covered with purple blooming wisteria, looks like a beautiful dream landscape. There are several species of these blooms, which are essentially decorative vines. The over 150 blooming plants that live in the garden created this magnificent tunnel. Its stunning purple and blue backdrop is ideal for photographing both landscape and portrait photographs. The Kawachi Fuji Garden, which is covered with purple blooming wisteria, looks like a beautiful dream landscape. There are several species of these blooms, which are essentially decorative vines. So, what are your thoughts regarding this video? Which of these places did you know already? Please share your thoughts in the comment box below. We will see you in the next video.